What is the most common starting price point for vehicles on your lot?
What do I want it to be, or what it is actually?
It says, what is it? But I think
Yeah,
just answer
so
both. That's easy.
what we want our sweet spot to be right now is like $3,500. That's where we're selling the most. 3,000, 3,500 bucks is where we're selling most of our cars. I would imagine that most of our cars are priced. It's probably a pretty even split. A majority of our cars, $3,500 to $4,000 is what we're having to start pricing them. And then a lot of those $4,000 cars, after 2 weeks, we're lowering them by 500 bucks. So I would guess that most of our vehicles that we're actually selling, we probably average right at $3,500. But that's obviously not going to be the starting price. And it used to be that our sweet spot was 2,500 bucks, and it hasn't been all that long ago. It seems like maybe 5 years ago. Like, we had a lot full of $2,500 cars, and then on top of that, we still were able to have some cars for 2,000, for 1,500 bucks. It's just not that way anymore. It feels yucky. I hate it. But Nate's my sales manager. He had to kind of sit me down and explain something to me a little while ago that made me kind of open my eyes a little bit. Is that, and it makes logical sense, is that stuff that we used to sell that was dirt cheap, that was 1,500 bucks. The new $1,500 on my lot, because I've been doing this for 14 years, so there's been a 9-year span that I was kind of doing it and pricing it pretty much on my own. But that $1,500 car that I'm accustomed to and what it looks like, the kind of miles it has, how it drives, it's now the new $2,500 car. So the reason why he had to do that is because it kind of opens the door for some of these cars I'm seeing go through the auction. I'm like, that's way too much for what it is. There's no way we're going to be able to sell that thing for 2,500 bucks. So I'm not paying $1,500 for it. Now I'm starting to buy a little bit more of those, just because that car, in my mind, that I have to pay 1,500 bucks for is $1,500. And I have grandpa syndrome. It's going to be very difficult for me to break that. But because I've now seen it work and in action, that when we put a car out for 2,500 bucks, it like insta sells. That's the new $1,500 car. And things that I think are only worth 1,500 bucks, they're now worth $2,500. And yes, that's how inflation works, but I don't like it. And I feel like my grandpa every time that I had these conversations with Nate, because I just remember my grandfather always complaining when we would go get a hamburger next door at the little grill next to our lot that we used to have. And we'd have to pay $2 for this hamburger. And he would get so mad because he used to pay 13 cents for this hamburger. And obviously it's not 13 cents anymore. And $2 then was not expensive for a hamburger. But my grandfather would get aggravated on it. And now I'm getting aggravated at these $1,500 cars that we're supposed to sell them for 1,500 bucks because I'm supposed to buy them for $600. And it's just not the way anymore. The $600 car that I used to buy, it's now 1,500 bucks. The car I used to buy for $1,500 and sell for $3,500, it's now $2,500 at the auction, and then we have to sell it for 3,500 bucks. It keeps getting worse, and it will continue to get worse. And wages don't go up with the price of goods, and that's going to be probably the thing that we're talking about for the next 50 years. Unless AI comes in and steals everyone's jobs and makes everything really cheap, but then you're still not going to be able to afford anything because you don't have a job because the robot took it. So it doesn't make sense to me when everyone's talking about AI and everything's going to get so cheap because the productivity is going to go through the roof and you're not going to need any employees. You're not going to have any expenses to make these products. But if no one has a job, then you're not going to be able to afford it anyway. So it's all poopy. So.
There it is.
Am
I correct that a dock fee has no value to the customer, but 100% undisclosed profit to car dealers?
It depends on who's arguing this question. A car dealer would argue that there is value to the customer because the dealership is using that dock fee to cover administration workers that are handling your paperwork, that's covering them taking the actual title and getting it registered for you at the DMV in your state. From a customer standpoint, they would say no, because it should be included in a car purchase, right? So where I stand on this is probably more leaning to the customer side. We don't charge a doc fee. I don't believe that there should be a doc fee on the car. I believe any paperwork, anything associated to selling the actual vehicle should be considered in the markup, in the spread of the profit from buying the car to selling the car. Now, you can have some arguments on the new car franchise side where, okay, they have MSRP, they don't have any wiggle room, they don't have anything to do here. They get incentives from the manufacturer, but they're kind of locked down on the price and where they can advertise a price. So there's some manufacturers that even if a dealership wants to price a car, lower the price down like lower than invoice price, they literally can't. They have to sell it at a certain amount and they can't drop it any more than that. And in some of those cases, well, then you can see these dealerships finding some creative ways to try to figure out how to make some more money on a car, or some kind of advertising, whatever. Now we have the FTC that's come in, and now all these doc fees have to be actually connected to the car. I was worried about this because I would think there'll be a loophole where the dealership could say, and there still might be some, I'm surprised we haven't had any lawsuits or anything from any big dealerships to the FTC saying that, okay, well, some of these fees that we're trying to charge aren't actually connected physically to the car, so they should be separate. The customer is paying us an extra fee for us to handle this service for them, and they connect it to the service and not to the sale of the vehicle. And those dealerships would argue that the doc fee is a service that we're greatly providing you as a customer to get all this stuff done for you. I think it's all crap because whatever it takes to sell a car, get it registered in your state, all that should be all in one price. That what you're paying, with the exception of taxes that the dealership is not getting. That's for what your state is getting. And if you go buy any product, you go to Walmart and you buy a soda, like you're paying tax on that. And Walmart does not have to say that the soda is, what's the soda? I don't know. $2 plus whatever the tax is. They don't have to say that. They can say, this is the price of soda. This is what you're giving me for the soda. And then when you get to the register, you know it's more than what it was actually advertised for, because Walmart's not getting that amount. The government's getting their extra taxes on that. And I feel like car sales should operate the same way as Walmart has to operate. Walmart still has to do some documentation, some administrative work behind the scenes, and they're not getting paid anything extra for that. They're making it on the spread of what they're buying that soda for and what they're selling that soda for. And you make it up by profit margins and volume. That's how I think that the car market should operate. It's not how it's operating right now, but we're seeing some changes from the FTC, and what a lot of these dealerships are doing. How if it lasts, who knows? Well, what I can tell you is that Car Gurus just called us yesterday, day before yesterday. Car Gurus is changing the way that they're allowing dealers to advertise. So the FTC has done this over here. They haven't made any laws or anything. They've just thrown out some threats. And now a massive site where you go and look for used cars, Car Gurus, is now making dealerships just like mine disclose all of their fees. And if they don't and they get caught, Car Gurus is going to put their listing at the bottom of the list. Now, it's great for us because we don't have any fees. So we just tick a box and says no doc fee. And we're great, and we're not getting any problems with our listings. But other dealerships that are going to continue to try to be shady and get customers in the door with this really low price, then we get in there, they have a different one. They get some complaints. They get some reviews from customers that experience that. Car Gurus is going to throw them out. So this FTC ruling, not ruling, these FTC threats, they are fundamentally changing the car buying experience right now. I had no faith in the FTC, and it still might be that we have some lawsuits and things get reversed, or dealerships are found that they don't have to do this stuff, and they can't get fined because they can compartmentalize these fees and say they're for whatever other thing, and they can charge it. I'm still waiting for that. That's probably going to come, but I hope the FTC is able to hold their ground and be able to continue to police this, how they've been policing it, and threaten the way that they've been threatened, to change the industry. all these dealers now would go online and you're able to see what their dock fee is. And if they're not, you can make a complaint and things could potentially change for that dealership. There are dealerships still trying to hide things, but for a majority of the dealerships that I've checked around my area, they're listing their fees now, and they didn't have to do that 6 months ago. So this is a good thing. And I'm glad that we're having this progression that's actually happening.
Why don't you sell hats and shirts?
I wanted to at one point. I've got 250 car questions answered hats in my closet downstairs right now, and I'm not even wearing one right now. I don't even wear our own logo. It's just I got too much stuff going on. Like we got a car lot, we got a YouTube channel, we got a son. I got whatever that is sitting over there. There's no time. There's no time. And what are we gonna make on selling a hat? Like, am I gonna make $10? Sell maybe 50 of them a month. Let's say we crush it and we sell 100 a month. The time that it would take to go into selling those and make $1,000, it's not worth it. In that time, I would just make another video or two and then make the same amount of money. So it's not worth it. Not worth it. I don't understand creators that sell merch. It doesn't.
I do.
I mean, I'm sure they got distributors and all that stuff's handled.
There are companies that do it for you now. So you just sign up with them and they take a big cut, but you don't really have any ownership over a lot of it. You just give them your logo. So you don't have any, like, they handle all of it.
But who's wearing something that?
Oh no, I don't know why. I wouldn't wear
it. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants a car questions answered. Oh, excuse me, I burped. Nobody wants a car questions answered hat. I mean, nobody's going to. I wouldn't feel good about selling it.
Hold on 1 second.
What? Are you going to pull Ron's cup down? Yeah, let's see. Ron. Okay, here we go. So there's another creator in the space, not in our space, but in some space.
He's in space.
He's got mugs, and they're selling them for. Ron, what are you selling these things for? $50 a pop. It's a deal.
My favorite.
And he sent me one for free.
I like his title that he's given himself.
It says Ron Knows Stuff is a content creator.
It's accurate.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. Like, if it's said car questions answered, you're not buying this. Nobody's buying it.
No. I have one question. Is it dishwasher safe?
It doesn't matter. Nobody's buying something with my stuff on there. Anyway, I appreciate if you've got some merch yourself, send me some.
We enjoy it.
Yeah, I love it. I had it displayed up on my studio shelves.
It's hard to fit everything on the frame. Yeah, that's been sitting up there. I haven't really thought about that.
I haven't had fan mail in a long time. I want some fan mail. Somebody send me some stuff to the shop. Ask and you shall receive. Was it Greg that sent us some 10mm sights?
Yeah, he was talking about.
Yeah,
I think it was. I couldn't remember what it was that he sent, but I think you're right.
We're still. Alex has done good with those sockets, Greg. We used to lose them all the time. Now we got them sitting everywhere.
You still lose them all the time.
Still lose them all the time, but we still got more. We got more.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so that question's done. That took a little longer than I expected.
I don't even know where that came from. Oh, the hat and the
Yeah. My favorite YouTuber that owns a car dealership.
Yeah, well, you should know if I'm your favorite YouTuber that owns a car dealership that I don't want your money. I appreciate that. I really appreciate the comment. Thank you so much. But I am a used car dealer who does not want you to give me any money. I get ragged on a lot too from other dealers when I'll make these videos saying you should not buy a car from anyone. You should not even buy a car from me. They come to me, it's like, what? I'm not selling any cars, and you're telling people to not buy cars from you. Would you stop, please? And I think it's very cute that they think that I can actually move markets, but I cannot. I am. They think I'm a really big YouTuber. I am not. But if I tell somebody not to buy a car, it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. we got a comment I have to put up. You can use that money to buy an RKS merchandise. Good one, Ron.
No.
Oh no. Do you need help?
Got it.
You thought we lost it.
And for the lower price, I don't even know. What are you selling them for, Ron? How much is this worth? How much does it cost?
Listen,
not what it's worth.
I could not get my question answered, and that's what I'm here for, is my question answered. Is it dishwasher safe?
Is it dishwasher safe? Nope. It's made in China, though.
Ron.
That means it's disposable.
It does not. Oh, we love you, Ron. Okay.